Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Origins, and um, I apologize for sort of missing a day there. I spent like over an hour recording, um, and it was mostly just me running around trying to clear out a bunch of side quests and doing a lot of backtracking. So I was going to just, edit all the footage down to about a 25 minute episode. And then turns out, as I was editing it, I realized that during recording, there was a glitch in the recording had got the sound on the video just all out of sync, like crazy out of sync. And honestly, it was just way too much trouble to try and fix it for just not a whole lot of gain in that scenario. So ultimately, I just decided to scrap the whole thing. So here we are, and I've basically just I've cleared out a few side quests, gotten as much done as I could in my quest log, so that basically I'm ready to push the plot forward a little bit more now. I do want to sort of talk to some people first.
There you are.
Oh dear.
I was thinking.
Oh.
We've been through a lot together now. We're like old war buddies.
Old war buddies, huh?
So I figured, why not invite you to share a drink, huh? A drink from my own stash, my family's recipe, and dedicated to my comrades in arms.
Sure. Okay, sure, no problem. I'd like that very much.
Yes! The warden steps up!
Zevran, you're gonna have to move. Or is that Liliana?
You handled that like a champion, my friend. Most impressive.
I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you like. Was there even any alcohol in there?
That's the spirit. I just wanted to tell you, after all we've been through, you're like family to me. Closest thing I've had in years.
Aww. A toast then to comrades in arms.
Aye, a toast. With a dry cup. You're not getting any more of my brew.
Damn you, Ogren.
So, do you want to talk about something?
No, that's it.
Aye, alright then.
We're good. Win.
Thank you so much.
Oh? You're welcome?
You led me to an errand.
Oh, yeah, sure, I
You
did.
persisted, even though I was sure all you were going to find was a dead end.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
I will never be able to repay you for what you've done for me.
Oh.
Finding an errand allowed me to bring that chapter of my life to a close. I feel free. A great weight has been lifted off my heart.
Oh, it was no problem.
It feels like the moment before the sunrise, when all the world is still, holding its breath, waiting for first light.
It's very poetic.
I can stop thinking about my past and look forward to the future. Thank you, my friend. You will always have my gratitude.
Anytime. Lils.
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
Yeah, I guess that's comforting, sure.
It's a beautiful sentiment, I think. One that brings peace and hope to the grieving.
Alrighty then. That was a thing that happened. Sure. Severin,
What say you?
care to answer to some questions?
By all means.
Tell me about your adventures?
My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
I certainly talk like you've had adventures.
Falling down a flight of stairs is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure. I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes.
Sure.
Let's see, my second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
The crows are willing to anger the circle of magi?
In Antiva, nobody is too important to escape the reach of the Crows. They've killed kings and queens. That is simply how it is. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
After killing her anyhow.
Yes, but not on purpose, actually.
Really?
The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the Crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time.
Oh dear.
Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
Were you upset?
At first, yes. Well, not upset. Surprised is really a better word.
Uh-huh.
Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the Crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The circle of magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
Except for the mage.
I suppose, but she was dead. She didn't need to be happy. It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
I see. A wise lesson to learn.
And one that not everyone learns, I'm sad to say. But that's enough tale spinning from me for the moment. Talking about the mage has made me a bit nostalgic, I'm afraid. Ah, the good old days.
Time to get your stick out and shake it at the kids. Thanks, Zev. Stan!
I have been mistaken.
Oh yeah? What do you mean?
You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met.
Oh. What changed your mind?
You did, of course.
Oh.
The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
That's high praise. You think the Kunari will invade Ferelden?
In time. There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on.
Okay.
Speak,
So
then.
have anything to say? Oh, you said something earlier about mages.
We have no mages such as you do. We have beasts in the shape of men who perform tricks.
Oh boy. Magic is more than tricks.
True. I suppose it is also horror and perversion.
Magic's not entirely evil, you know.
As a fish stranded by the tide knows the air, or a drowning man knows the sea, so does a mage know magic.
Everything is... let's see. Yeah, knowledge is not as deadly as ignorance.
Knowledge is one half of wisdom, but there are many things that can only be known too late. Parshera, are we going to fight the Darkspawn, or chatter until they grow bored and leave?
Let's go.
As you wish.
Chill.
I am listening.
Still with me?
Yes, its adventures are interesting, even if the chances for success are remarkably slim. It would be better to throw oneself off a cliff, I suspect.
Wow.
Does it wish me to leave? I can, though I see no reason to go.
No. Stay.
No doubt. Without me, it would have to carry its inventory on its own. Perhaps we should continue. Its chances of success are small enough without further dawdling.
Fair, fair. Let's talk to Morgan. I'm just sort of talking to everybody one last time before I move the plot forward, because there's going to be sort of limited opportunities to talk with people once I progress the plot again.
Do you realize that you've been smiling for hours now?
Have I?
Since the last time you and that fool Alistair shot glances at each other.
Ah, this is about
It must be
Alistair.
pleasant enough in bed, for surely I cannot imagine anyone enduring his conversation.
He's an idiot, but he's my idiot.
Lucky for him that someone is willing to claim him, then. 'Tis a bit sickening to watch you two, but I imagine it at least takes your mind from our situation. Have it your way.
I will, thank you. I have it my way every night, thanks very much. And, of course.
Something you need, my dear? Of
Do
course.
you have more questions? I don't know. I think I already did all this. That's okay. We're fine. We're good. We're good. Let's make sure Ogren is done.
Just leave me alone, Warden. Seriously.
What? Why? What are you upset about something?
I don't know. I guess we're pretty good friends now, right?
I think so.
I just keep thinking about all that slag with Bronca. How I've turned out.
What about
I
it?
always said I was this way because she left, but I think maybe she left because of how I am.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess he can be hard to live with, but I'm not gonna say that to his face. I think you've changed. You're honorable now. You've got your, I don't know. Yeah, sure.
I've tried 27 new kinds of ale and learned I'm just the right height to give a human girl a good time.
Oh boy.
That doesn't make me a good man. Enough wallowing in my own filth. Did you want to talk about something?
I don't know. More about you? Sure.
What about?
Do you feel homesick for Orzammar yet?
I do. A bit. A little bit.
Really? Yeah, I think this she can relate to, because I think she does miss the circle. I think the thing is, though, she misses the circle before the whole thing with Uldred happened, and that's something, like, she can go back to the Circle Tower anytime she wants, like, the physical place, but she can't ever go back to the way things were before Uldred ruined it, before she sort of lost her innocence, and I think she really misses that, so, so I think she does. She misses her home, too, yeah.
I guess we're all a bunch of whimpering softies in the end.
I think we are, yeah.
Anyhow, let's keep moving. If anyone finds out I was getting all mopey, I'd lose my reputation.
I'm not sure what reputation that would be. Reputation for being a drunkard, maybe? I don't know. Ogren.
Ass chabs.
Glad you're back to your old self, Ogren. Ass chaps. The fuck? Barkspawn, what the hell is Ogren talking about? Oh, he's looking at Sten.
Yes, it is good to have my sword at my side again. I call her Asala, the soul, my soul. She is forged from rare blue steel and has served me faithfully for many years. Yes, you understand what it is like to have a weapon that is part of you. Few others do.
I really appreciate that, like, Sten gets along best with the dog. Like, I like that about Sten. Like, Sten and the dog are just, like, they're bros. They're bros. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Let's talk to Wynne one more time.
Have you given any thought to what Anarin said?
Oh, yeah,
There
that.
is wisdom in his words. You are a mage, and you could be what the Circle needs most.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think she would. I think that's, it was an interesting perspective that he had, and, she might be willing to try to go back and see if she could fix some things, change some things for the better. There's a lot of good in the circle. I think she sees a lot of potential good in the circle. It's the place that raised her. It's kind of hard to see it otherwise, I think. But there's definitely, things that she's also sort of started to see the things that could be better about it too. So yeah, I think maybe she would if she could.
Your life as a Grey Warden has given you a chance to venture abroad, farther than many mages have been. You've seen the world, dealt with kings and lords, Templars and apostates. You've seen the good and bad of all of these. You could bring these experiences back to the Circle, improve it with what you know. It will take time, but it can be done, slowly.
You could change the Circle, but I think, yeah, I think she'll think about it.
I will not live to see the Circle rebuilt and made stronger and more glorious. This will be a dream I take to my grave. It doesn't have to be a dream for you.
Good point. Yeah, I mean, I think, the perspective that I have on it is, I think there's certainly value in the Circle as an institution in the sense that, in a world where magic is as dangerous as it is in Dragon Age, I think it's certainly valuable to have an institution that exists for the purpose of educating mages and using their powers wisely. And as such, it has a strong value, and in the idea that, in a world where people are naturally pretty afraid of mages, that, there's an institution that can sort of educate them and give them a sense of unity and a sense of that can help give sort of mages a voice in larger society, potentially. There's obviously a lot of room for abuse in the system as it's sort of controlled by the Chantry. I think that, Circle should probably have a little more independence. I don't think it should be abolished, though. And I don't think Ariadne would think that it would need to be abolished necessarily either. Again, she grew up in that system. That's really what she knows. And, I think she's, she, in some ways, I guess you could say she's become disillusioned with it because she's seen its failings. But, if the options are having a Circle or all mages sort of being like Morrigan and having to sort of live in the woods as illegal apostates, the Circle becomes a little bit more appealing in that sense, I guess. So it's obviously sort of complicated situation, but it's an interesting thought, even if it doesn't necessarily get explored much further in this particular game. So yeah, I think we'll leave it here. Next time we will set the plot in motion again, because that's really all there is left to do, is to sort of start the third act of the game. So yeah, as always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later!